Hey, what is up guys? JP Land here and welcome to another Universal Studios update. In today's video, our focus will primarily be on the new How to Train Your Dragon Land opening with Epic Universe in 2025 and the new Minions Land opening in this summer of 2023. Universal Orlando Resort has provided us with a ton of concept art for the new Minions Land opening up this summer. The people who brought Illuminations' Despicable Me and Minion movies are bringing an all-new attraction, Illuminations VillainCon Minion Blast. Considering the attraction's main focus is on VillainCon, it seems like us as guests will be stepping into the very first Minions movie that was released in 2015. Picture this, you're on your way to Orlando, Florida to attend VillainCon, the world's largest convention for villains, and you're a part of the history's most infamous supervillain groups, the Vicious Six. You can also find the Vicious Six inside of Illuminations' blockbuster hit Minions: The Rise of Gru, which was released last summer. The Vicious Six has set up a special challenge at the convention to find their newest member, and it could potentially be you. If you've ever wanted to prove how bad you really are, this is your chance. As you walk into the attraction, you'll pick up your Eliminator X Blaster and glide along a moving walkway, causing as much chaos and destruction as possible to impress the villains and get more points. Around every turn and corner, you'll encounter another member of the Vicious Six, as well as the beloved and mischievous Minions. Universal Orlando also hints towards some purple Minions we'll be encountering. Right off the bat, it seems like this attraction will feature 3 different Minion movies, which means this attraction doesn't follow a specific timeline. This attraction is going to be great for the entire family because there's no height requirement. As long as your children can stand up on their feet, they'll be able to enjoy the ride. The Universal Parks blog says that teens will be amped because they'll be able to track their progress on the app and customize the blaster for subsequent rides. And that's all the information we have on the new attraction opening up. Now let's dive more into Illuminations Minion Land. Now let's talk about foodie options inside of the land. The land will offer 4 locations to pick up some snacks, food, and even some popcorn. Starting off with Illuminations Minion Cafe. Universal has released some photos and details saying it'll offer nearly 20 items inspired by the characters of the Minions and Despicable Me series, including Otto's Noodle Bowl, Carl's Crispy Cauliflower, Agnes's Honeymoon Soup, and the Steak and Cheese Ray Sandwich. A kids menu will include Mini Boss's Mega Melt, and for dessert there will be Bob's Teddy Bear Chocolate Cream Puff. Now there's 2 items that I'm very interested on, and in Carl's Crispy Cauliflower, there's some blue rice on the plate, and I'm very curious to see what that blue rice tastes like. It looks interesting. It's very different. And also on Agnes's Honeymoon Soup, the soup is colored to a green color. The bread on that, what looks like cheese melt, is made of waffles, and there's a big gummy bear in the middle of the soup. But I'm super interested in trying the Steak and Cheese Ray Sandwich. Look at that. It looks delicious. And it comes with some plantain chips on the side. Over at the future Minion Cafe, located at the end of Illumination Avenue, theming work has been ongoing along the exterior of the structure. Also looking at the VillainCon attraction, it basically looks complete. They already put up the posters along the entire attraction, and I really like how it highlights Vector, one of the original villains we saw in the very first Despicable Me movie. Universal says the inside of Minion Cafe will be split into 3 areas. The kitchen, where guests will get a glimpse of the equipment the Minions have used to whip up the cafe's menu. The break room, where you dine in the Minions break space that includes everything from the office safety tips to a vending machine stocked with mischievous items. And the dining room, a vibrant space adorned with colorful artwork courtesy of Minions and more. There will also be an outdoor patio. And right next to the Minions Cafe building, Universal has confirmed that we'll be getting the Bake My Day sweet shop. You can actually find this in the second Despicable Me movie. I'm going to take a break from the updates for just a second and point out that I love that Universal is including all of the Minion movies into this land. This must be a dream come true for any Despicable Me fan. Universal said that Bake My Day will serve Minion-themed treats, including cupcakes, macarons, s'mores, and more. And on top of Bake My Day, we have a ginormous cupcake with a Minion sitting on top of it, looking out into the distance with his binoculars. And also finally, Pop-A-Nana will be a popcorn kiosk. Universal Japan's Minion Land also has the same popcorn kiosk. that serves banana flavored popcorn, and yeah, Universal confirmed that we'll be getting banana flavored popcorn at this popcorn stand, which I'm so excited for. And that's about it for the food offerings. I'll definitely keep you updated once we get more information about the food offerings. The area will also feature the Illumination Theater, and this will just be a meet and greet spot located at the original Donkey and Shrek meet and greet. So in addition to the Minions, Gru, Margot, Edith, and Agnes, you'll also be able to find characters from Sing at the Illuminations Theater, such as Rosita, Gunter, and Johnny. Of course, what's a new land and attraction without a new gift shop? After exiting through the attraction, you'll be exiting into a gift shop called Evil Stuff, an all-new retail location where you can stock up on VillainCon and Minions merchandise. And I will have to say, the name of the shop is quite literal. Poseidon's Fury recently closed last week, and BioReconstruct provided a really cool photo of the former attraction. With the increasing popularity of Super Nintendo World, I wonder if they'll expand Super Nintendo World in either the former location of Poseidon's Fury or the Kid Zone area, which is now almost completely deconstructed. Now shifting away from Universal Studios Florida, we'll look at the new theme park, Epic Universe. As Universal has still remained quiet over the specific details on the land, all the information we learn is through local permits, concept art, and clues from theming. I'll also mention that because Epic Universe is such a big park, each construction update I post will be focusing on each individual land, and I'll be going into heavy detail on each construction update. Because I live in California, all photos will be provided by BioReconstruct. Over in the How to Train Your Dragon area, one of the two statues is actually receiving color at this point, specifically the dragon on the right. These two statues are sitting within a lagoon and will be the first thing guests see while entering the land. And throughout the lagoon, we have received several theming elements, including several boats, artificially created rocks, and looking at this photo, you could see the process to create these rocks. It looks like they use this thicker chicken wire looking mesh, and we actually saw them using this specific mesh when creating the Jurassic World attraction over in the Hollywood Park. Also, to get a feel of how big these statues are, look at the construction worker on the right of the statue, and look how big the statue is. It's massive. In this image over here, we could see that the rocks are starting to receive a little bit of theming, starting with some green moss along the rocks of the lagoon. I really love this little coaster element over here, where the coaster goes right into the lagoon and under the bridge. Looking closer onto this image, we could see that the foundation for the two Skyfly spinner rides have shown up, and prep work has begun for the kids' play area. In the center of the land, footings for scenic elements are being installed on top of the roof of the Great Hall restaurant. It is rumored that a mountain-like structure will be built there using forced perspective, and that'll actually give the Great Hall its cliff face appearance as seen in the films. And connected to it, a gift shop will be connected to the Great Hall restaurant by a set of restrooms in the middle. And I'm quoting this directly from Orlando Park Stop. What I truly love about this land is the multiple levels to it. Looking at this image here, we could see the walkway, and above the walkway, we could see different levels to the land. Later on, obviously, these will be covered with trees, rocks, greenery, and it's going to look quite remarkable. As for the theater located inside of the land, it seems like we still have a visual onto the different leveled seating. Rumors point to this theater being an exact clone of Untrainable, which is the How to Train Your Dragon stage show at Universal Studios Beijing. I have strong belief that this will be one of the most beautiful lands out of all of the lands coming to Epic Universe. Here's a look of the How to Train Your Dragon coaster from about 10 days ago. This coaster will definitely be a great starter coaster for any kids that are going on a roller coaster for their very first time. Although this coaster will include some launches, so it is going to be a little more intense. But I'd say not as intense as Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. I'm also really excited to see the many different elements this coaster provides. There are many rumors pointing towards some dark ride elements being added to the coaster. And with these dark ride elements, I hope we get to see an animatronic dragon. If we do get an animatronic dragon with this attraction, and when I say animatronic dragon, I want to point out like moving wings, moving head, eyes blinking, and everything just animated on this animatronic. This could definitely put the nail on the coffin for being arguably the best themed roller coaster in the world. I mean, based on the land this coaster drives through, I'm already just really excited to see and experience this ride. And that will wrap up today's video, covering only some of the many updates we have at Universal Orlando Resort. If you're excited to see more updates from Universal Studios, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. And don't forget to drop a comment on the land you're most anticipating at Epic Universe. If you were to ask me that question, I would definitely say Dark Universe, which will feature all the Universal monsters, or How to Train Your Dragon Land. Anyways, I'm JP, and how they say in the movies, that is a wrap. I'll see you in the next one.